If you've ever stood around a roulette table in a casino, maybe in Las Vegas, maybe in Monte Carlo, you've probably heard it. Someone leans in confidently and says, "Red hasn't hit in a while, it's due." Another player shakes their head and spreads chips across half the layout, whispering about covering the board. Meanwhile, the wheel spins, the ball clatters, and in a few seconds, the casino quietly reminds everyone who really understands the math. Tonight, we're breaking down the most misunderstood roulette bets, what people think they do, what they actually do, and how you can approach them with clarity instead of superstition. A few years ago, I watched a player sit at a European roulette table and methodically double his bet on red after every loss. He started with $10, then $20, then $40, then $80. Within 15 minutes, he had stacks of chips riding on a single even money bet. He was calm, confident. He told the dealer, "I can't lose forever." And technically, he was right. Red would eventually hit. But when the wheel landed on black 5 times in a row, then green, then black again, the table limit stopped him cold. That system he trusted, it wasn't built for reality. It was built for a misunderstanding. Let's unpack the first and most common misunderstanding, the due number. Roulette is a game of independent events. Whether you're playing European roulette with a single zero or American roulette with both zeros, each spin has no memory. The wheel doesn't track streaks. The ball doesn't care what just happened. If you're at a single zero wheel, your chance of red on any spin is 18 out of 37. On a double zero wheel, it's 18 out of 38. That probability does not improve just because black has appeared 6 times in a row. The belief that something is due is known as the gambler's fallacy, and it's one of the most persistent myths in gambling. Now let's talk about the even money bets. Red, black, odd, even, high, low. These are often considered the safe bets in roulette. They feel safe because they win almost half the time. But here's the key educational point. Frequency of winning is not the same as profitability. On a European wheel, even money bets still carry a house edge of 2.7%. On an American wheel, it's 5.26%. The green zero, or zeros, are what tilt the math. Every time the ball lands on green, all those almost 50-50 bets lose. That's where the house makes its profit. So while even money bets feel comfortable, they are not safer in terms of expected value than most other bets on the table. Another misunderstood category is the inside bets, straight-up numbers, splits, streets, and corners. Many players avoid these because they see them as long shots. And yes, a straight-up number on a European wheel hits just 1 out of 37 spins. But here's the surprising truth. The house edge on a straight-up bet is exactly the same as the house edge on a red-black bet, assuming you're playing the same wheel type. The payout is 35-1, but the true odds are 36-1 on a single zero wheel. That small difference is the house edge. The casino doesn't increase the edge just because the bet looks riskier. The volatility is higher, but the edge is the same. This brings us to a crucial distinction, house edge versus variance. Variance is how swingy the ride feels. A straight-up bet has high variance, you'll lose many spins in a row and occasionally win big. An even money bet has lower variance, you'll win more often, but in smaller amounts. Many players confuse low variance with good odds. In reality, both bets slowly lose money at the same percentage rate over the long run. The experience feels different, but the math underneath is consistent. Let's address the Martingale system directly, because it's perhaps the most misunderstood strategy attached to roulette bets. The idea is simple. Double your bet after every loss so that when you finally win, you recover all previous losses plus a small profit. On paper, it feels airtight. After all, a win is bound to happen eventually, right? But this logic ignores 2 critical real-world constraints: table limits and bankroll limits. In theory, if you had infinite money and no betting cap, the Martingale would eventually produce a profit. In practice, neither condition exists. A relatively short losing streak can require enormous bets, and streaks that feel impossible are statistically inevitable over enough spins. Another misunderstood bet is the so-called neighbor or sector betting strategy, common in European casinos, especially in places like Monte Carlo. Players will cover a section of the wheel, like the voisins de zero, believing that certain physical sections are hot. While sector betting can be fun and aesthetically appealing, especially on wheels with racetrack layouts, the math does not change. Each pocket still has the same probability on a fair wheel. Unless the wheel is physically biased, a rare and heavily monitored condition in modern casinos, sector betting does not reduce the house edge.
Real quick, if you appreciate gambling content that focuses on knowledge, strategy, and responsible play, consider subscribing. That's what this channel is all about. And don't skip ahead just yet. The next part is especially important for understanding the risks and decisions behind this game.
Let's talk about covering the board. Some players spread chips across many numbers, thinking they're guaranteeing a win. For example, covering 24 out of 37 numbers on a European wheel. That sounds safe. After all, you're hitting more than half the possible outcomes, but payouts are proportionally smaller. The expected value remains negative because of the zero. You might win more frequently, but when you lose, the losses are structured so that the house edge still applies to the total amount wagered. Coverage does not equal advantage. Now, here's an important educational pivot. Not all roulette games are created equal. The type of wheel matters tremendously. A European wheel with a single zero has a significantly lower house edge than an American double zero wheel. That difference, 2.7% versus 5.26%, may sound small, but over hundreds or thousands of spins, it compounds dramatically. If your goal is to minimize long-term losses, choosing the right wheel is far more impactful than choosing between red and black. There are also special rules that players misunderstand, like la partage or en prison, commonly found in European casinos. Under la partage, if you make an even money bet and the ball lands on zero, you lose only half your stake. This effectively cuts the house edge on even money bets in half, from 2.7% to about 1.35%. That's a meaningful difference. But notice the limitation. This benefit applies only to even money bets. Straight up and inside bets remain at the standard edge. Understanding these nuances helps you make informed decisions instead of relying on myths. Let's revisit the emotional side of misunderstanding. Many roulette players track previous results on electronic boards, watching streaks of red or clusters of certain numbers. These boards exist because players enjoy patterns. Humans are wired to see patterns, even when none exist. In a truly random sequence, you should expect streaks, you should expect clusters, you should expect what feels like impossible repetition. But randomness includes those patterns naturally. The presence of a streak does not signal a shift in probability. Another common misconception is that dealers or casinos can subtly control outcomes. In regulated casinos, especially in major jurisdictions like Las Vegas, roulette wheels are inspected, balanced, and monitored. The casino doesn't need to cheat. The built-in house edge ensures long-term profitability. The myth of dealer control persists because losing feels personal. But in reality, the edge is mathematical, not manipulative. Now, does that mean all roulette bets are equal in experience? No. And this is where education meets practical advice. If you value longevity, more spins for your bankroll, lower variance bets like even money wagers will typically keep you in the game longer. If you value excitement and larger potential payouts, inside bets provide that thrill. Neither changes the expected value, but they shape your volatility profile. Knowing your goal, entertainment time versus high-risk excitement, helps you choose intentionally rather than emotionally. So what's the real takeaway from all these misunderstood bets? It's this: roulette is simple in structure but complex in psychology. The math is fixed, the house edge is known, the probabilities are stable. What changes is how players interpret them. Misunderstandings arise when we confuse streaks with trends, coverage with safety, or frequent wins with profitability. If you approach roulette as entertainment, set a budget, understand the edge, and choose a wheel with favorable rules, you can enjoy the game without falling into common traps. If you approach it believing you found a system that beats the math, you're likely to experience the same lesson that confident Martingale player learned when the table limit ended his run. In the end, the most misunderstood roulette bets aren't inherently deceptive. They're just misunderstood because of how we process risk and randomness. And once you see the game clearly, once you separate myth from math, you're no longer gambling on superstition. You're making informed decisions in a game that was always transparent about its odds. That clarity doesn't guarantee profit, but it does guarantee understanding. And in gambling, understanding is your most valuable advantage.
And that wraps up today's video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out and tells YouTube this is content worth sharing. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another strategy breakdown, game walkthrough, or insider tip. We've got tons of guides coming your way, and you'll want to be here when they drop. And hey, tell me in the comments what you want to see next. Whether it's roulette strategies, blackjack tips, slot myths, virtual casino breakdowns, whatever you're curious about, let me know. Your ideas shape what we create. Before you go, if you're serious about leveling up your casino knowledge, you have to check out the Ultimate Casino Guide. I put everything I've learned into one massive, easy-to-read resource designed to make you a smarter, more confident, more prepared player. If you've ever wondered which games actually give you the best odds, how do pros manage their bankroll so they don't blow it all in an hour, what tricks casinos use, both physical and digital, to influence your decisions, how to avoid the biggest money traps beginners fall into, then the Ultimate Casino Guide will change the way you play forever. It covers psychology, probability, strategy charts, real-world case studies, VR and online casino risks, loyalty program hacks, literally everything you need to walk into any casino and know exactly what you're doing. The link is right here on the end card. Click it and start transforming the way you play. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, play smart, and I'll see you in the next video.